Yes, good morning, everyone. In the previous class, we have started discussing the case conditionals. It is similar to the switch case that we have seen in the C programming language. How actually it works is, say, the syntax of that it is that you can see here case expression in pattern 1 command 1, pattern 2 command 2, pattern 3 command 3. Finally, the reverse of the case that indicates the case statement is going to end. If our expression, if our condition, if it is wants to match with the different patterns, then we go for these case statements. This is very clear with this example. I think we have seen the output in the previous class. See, this is the statement that will be shown to the user, echo statement. It is a menu. Whether you want the output of the ls command, whether you want to see the process of the user or the today's date, the number of users, or whether you want to quit, you have to enter your choice. In order to read the input from the user, we use read statement. The value what the user enters, that will be stored in the variable called choice. Now this is our expression. This expression what we enter, it has to match with the pattern. These are the patterns. It can be any number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it matches, if I enter 1, then this command gets executed. If I enter 2, second command. If I enter 3, if I want to exit 5. Other any options if I enter other than 1 to 5, it will directly print a message as invalid option and it is going to end. This is a normal case statement. It is straightforward. You can understand this. But there is some uh, what we say demerit with this case statement sheets cannot handles the file. You cannot include the file test inside their patterns, but it will match us the string. It matches the string means it can also handles numbers but treat them as a string. See here, instead of 1, 2, 3, you can directly write here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And if your choice is based on, if you enter the particular day, it is going to match. Even though you can see it has a number here, but by in the background, that will be treated as a string itself. Even though if you enter it as a numbers, but in the background it is entered as a string. And remember this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in that case pattern even you can write the string. Example, this the day example, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, any string. It is not only a single pattern, you can write the multiple patterns. The multiple patterns is like this. And there is a message that you are going to ask to the user. See, this is a small logic that you can write in the program in any software, where whether you want to continue with the software or whether you want to stop. And the user can enter small y or capital Y to yes. Or if you want to exit, you can enter small n or capital N. In that case, what we do is, here in case of pattern, instead of writing a single character, we have write both the characters, small y or capital Y, with this pipe symbol. In this way, you can write the multiple patterns. If the user enters small y also it will work, capital Y also it will work. The same way, small n, capital N. It is not always a single character. You can use the wild card also. That we have seen many times, meta characters, the star symbol, the dot, all those things. See, this is the one. If the user wants to enter yes or no instead of y and n, if the user wish to enter yes or no, In that case, what is the option? He may enter in caps, or he may enter in small, or the mix of uppercase and lowercase. In that case, what we do is we use this wildcard options. The user will enter, assume that capital in caps he is going to enter yes. In that case, what happens is, see here, within the brackets if you enter, it can take capital Y or small I, any one. Next, if he enters capital E or small e, since you have included star, any number of characters you can enter after this Y. That is why it is going to match this yes, this yes, this yes, and so many other options. What we are demonstrating is, in case of the pattern, even you can use wildcards like star, dot, question mark, any of the character class. Even you can enter no, or any of the user defined the wildcards you can write. Based on that, the next actions. If the user enters no, exit, else continue. This logic you can include it in a while loop. If the user wants to stop, he can stop. That is how this works. Remember, in the case you can use a single pattern, numbers, string, or you can use multiple patterns, or you can use the wildcards. That example is this one. The next thing is to perform the arithmetic operations on the integers, or to do the manipulate the string. There is a inbuilt function that is called expression expr. This expr, that will give you the result. It will perform the calculation and it will give you the result. We'll check whether this really works or not. Expr 5 plus 3. See, it has given the output just directly the 5 plus 3. This a 3 plus 5, it has given me 8. We are expecting it as a 8, but it is not able to give that. Whether we have stored that value in the variable, that we have to check. See, I have not stored x equals 3 in one variable, y equals 5. Then I'll calculate expression dollar $x plus dollar $y. Still it is not here to you. What is the problem? Expression plus, sorry. So you have not given the space. See, make sure you give a proper space, then you will get the result. See, just now you have seen without this space, it is not going to work itself. It will be treated as a single string itself. See, directly I have given the numbers, or I have stored the values in a variable and then I have seen the output. In two ways, um, you have seen the result. In the same way, minus, minus 26, or else 30. How to do this, the division operation? See, this division operation, it is directly the multiplication You can directly do like this, 30 divided by 5. And in order to do the multiplication, this forward slash, sorry, this forward slash, see, what is the meaning of this is, which I have tried is the multiplication. This star, it has other meaning. That is why in order to escape the real meaning of the asterisk, the star, we use the escape character, the backward slash, and then it will be treated as a normal star, means multiplication operator. That is why 30 into star into 5, it is 150. The normal division is like that we have. The percentage symbol, if you use, it is a mod operation. This is how you can use the expression to perform an arithmetic operation on the integers. The same expression function, even you can use it to handle the strings. How you are going to handle? Here you have to separate it with the colon. That you have to remember. That the colon will come into picture. What you can do with this expression is, you can determine the length, you can extract the substring, or you can locate the position of the character. How is, we'll see now one by one. The first one is to check the length expression. This is a function. The string which I want to know is Virat Kohli. This is the string. I want to get the count of the number of characters of that string. I have to separate it with the colon. Then within the single quotes, the dot star, dot asterisk symbol, if you use, you will get the count. Virat Kohli, the number of character is 10. If I include space, it will count the space also. Even it can be at the beginning or it can be at the end. It will take the count. In order to get the length of a string, what you should do is, you have to write the expr, you have to write the function expr, then the string, then separate it by the colon. There should be a colon, space, then within the single quotes you have to write the dot star. That will give you the count. This is how you can get the length of a string. Even you can see there is, I think already that program is there. I'll enter the file name or any name. If it is length greater than the 5, it will print the message as the name is very long. If it is less than the 5, then it will print the message the length is okay. Sh string handle dot sh. Enter the name, ms Dhoni. The name is very long. Please enter the name, Virat. The name Virat length is okay. See, what we are doing is, forget this while, since you don't know the syntax. If I have written this condition, if the test means that you already know, to it will evaluate this statement to return to 1 or 0. Expression name which I enter from the user, that is stored in the variable called name, then colon this dot star, that will give you the count. That count, if it is greater than 5, print this message, else print this message, break. If the name is okay, break. Or else, since this is a while loop, until the name length is okay, it is going to run infinite times. This is how it works. The expression, how to handle the string handling, this is how it works. Expression, the string which you want to check, colon, there should be a space on either side of the colon, then within the single quotes, dot star. I want to extract this substring. There is a lengthy string. In that, I want to extract the last two characters or the first two characters or the second character. We'll see the example of that. We'll clear the screen. The variable name is name equals the same Virat. We'll take Virat Kohli. I just want the second part. After Virat, I want all the characters. In that case, what I'll do is expression, the variable it is, the value it is in variable name. In that case, what we should do, dollar name. If directly, if the name is if the variable was not there, within the double quotes you will write the string itself, Virat Kohli. But now I have stored it in the variable, that is why the dollar name. After that, now what we'll write is this dot. See how this actually works is this escape symbol, this escape symbol, if you write, what it indicates is followed by within the small brackets this dot dot this slash means it the what we are expecting is the first two characters. You remove the real meaning of that, but I want only the first two characters. That is why colon, this for backward slash you have to use, then within the small brackets, if you want the two characters, the first two characters, vi. If you want to leave anything, leave the first two characters, then you have to use two dots in the beginning, then the backward slash, within the brackets you want the next two characters, that is why ra. You want to leave three characters, at. You want three characters, atk. What I said in the beginning, I don't want the first five characters, then first five dots, then I want the other five cooling. It is just extracting the half of it or the subpart, that is called as a substring. What are the things that you want to leave that you have to indicate before this first forward slash? What is required that you have to include in the brackets? This is how you can handle, you can extract the substring. If you include the number of dots extra, you are expecting 6 characters after the first 5. It is not there. That is why the output is null. After the first 4 characters, if you are expecting 5, it is going to print. After the first 4 characters, if there are 6 characters, it is going to print. But after the 5 characters, there are only another 5, but you have been expecting 6, because 6 dots you have included, the output will be null. That you should remember. If the length doesn't matches with the string, the output will always be null. It will not give you the half of it or the remaining number of the characters. The next part is you want to get the length locate the position. What is the position of the 2 in this string 1925? What is the position of the 5 in this string? That is the fourth position. This 2 is the third position. 19, sorry, 9, it is the second position, and 1 is the first position. Now, the same expression will take, see the dollar name, we actually know it is Virat Kohli, it is there. I want a position of R. What I'll do is, within the brackets, I don't want the other characters. Then negate. Which is the character I want? R. Other than the R, it can be any number. That is why star. I want the count. See, this part, other than this part, it will give you the count. How many number of characters are there before the first occurrence of the R? See, echo dollar name. It is Virat Kohli. Now, this will give me the count within the brackets, caret symbol R, then star, it will give you the count, how many characters are before the first occurrence of the R. This R, it will directly matches with that and it will give you the count. Okay. The position is 3. What is the position of I? 2. See, since I is 2 times, but it will give you the first occurrence in that string. It is not the second, it will give you the first occurrence. This is how you can locate the position of any character. If that character is not there, see the D is not there in the string, the length is 0. It doesn't indicate the 0 is the 0th position. In the other languages, all the index will start from the 0. But in this Unix, the index, the position, it will start from the 1. That is why the 0 indicates it is not found. Or else the number will start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That indicates the position of the character. The next comes the while loop. See this while loop, it is same how it is there in the other programming languages that you already know. Repeatedly, that is going to execute the statement until the condition fails. While condition what we write, until this condition is true, do you have to write the set of commands. Finally, the syntax ends with the statement, the keyword done. That done indicates the while is going to end. We'll see an example. So this is the one while or this is a while. See here, while condition, here what we have done is directly we have entered the message itself. Then do some statements, read statement, some set of statements if. Finally, the while is going to end with the done. Another while, see while some condition, semicolon, then do statement, any set of commands, finally ending with the done. The mandatory here is while, this do and done. The set of commands that you want to execute that will start after this do statement. Say this while, what I have demonstrating here is this while, if you don't want it wants to stop at some case, if it wants to be at infinite loop, in that case we have not going to write the condition there. Instead of that infinite loop, if you want to go, then you can directly write true there. While true, the condition is satisfied, semicolon, do some statement, whatever the statements you want you can write here. See what is the meaning of this? Within the brackets, this hyphen R $1 means this $1 is command line argument, first argument, positional parameter. This hyphen R is that is going to check whether the entered file, whether it has a read permission, whether it has a read permission. And this will check whether it has a read permission. After that, it will break. See, this sleep statement is sleep followed by, if I enter in the command line 20 seconds, it is going to wait for the execution. It will not continue 20 seconds. After that, it is going to stop. Means it will go to the next line. Sleep is if you want to wait for a while, then you can enter some time that will sleep for some seconds. It is in terms of seconds. Remember, it is not in terms of milliseconds. In Java or other languages, it will be in terms of milliseconds. Here it is in terms of seconds. Sleep is to wait for a while, and if you write instead of the condition, if you write a true here, that will be treated as an infinite loop. Remember, that will be treated as an infinite loop. I'll share this examples in a zip file. You can directly execute this program in your system, or else you can write your own programs and you can execute. The syntax of the while is while followed by the condition, or infinite loop means true, then semicolon, do is mandatory. Inside any number of state commands you can write, finally ending with the done. The meaning of the sleep is whatever the value write, like this sleep 20 means it will sleep, it will stop the execution or it will wait for the execution for 20 seconds. After that, it will continue its execution. That's all for the today's class, and we'll discuss the for loop, the different variations in the for loop in the next class. We have another 2 to 3 topics, that is for loop, then the set command, shift commands, then the redirection operator what we have seen, but here it is double, the less than mark 2 times, that we call it as an here document. The last is a trap command. All those commands that we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.